The turkey hunting thing, which I have killed a couple turkeys in the past, is something kind of new for me. I've never really taken it seriously and learned how to use all the calls and all that kind of stuff, so still going through some growing pains with it. Oh, those toms seem pretty fired up this morning. I just gave out a couple of calls. Hopefully pull them over this way, but down in this brushy shit on this flat is not a good place to set up. Man, that one's gobbling like crazy. He's over on private property though. That guy in that quad sitting down on the road. And then there's a couple other vehicles that just went up the road. It might not make any difference. But I'm going to try to get back up this hillside. I know it opens up into timber. There's definitely been some activity back in here. Trying to get over this ridge to get to the other side where the second pond is. And I know there's a trail along this hillside somewhere. It's way steeper than it looks. Hopefully there's no rock cliff like that above me. Man, this is steep. About 200 yards up this thing so far. Maybe there's a huge turkey at the top waiting for me. Let's go get him. Well, I said when I was climbing up that hill that there was a turkey waiting at the top for me. And there was. I think he was sitting on the ground there on that knob. There's a lake down below me. I'm going to follow the backside of this ridge down to the lake. And then follow the drainage up to that opening I was hoping to check out and just look for a sign and see if there's any likelihood of success if I come back up in here. We might get some action here. I just seen a turkey silhouette at the top of this hill and just slowly walk back the other way. So I'm going to move back just a little bit and get a better vantage point of this hillside and see if I can call him down off of there. Okay, here he comes. Wow, it looks like there's two of them coming down. They're just slowly working their way down, so I'm going to stop calling and just see if they'll feed their way down the hill within range. Oh, dang. They're going back up and disappearing over the top. I just had those two turkeys. I spotted one. Actually, I think he seen me before I seen him, but he was right up on the skyline on that knob. And I sat down and called a couple times. And he had walked the other way, and he came back and started down the hill, and there was another one with him. And then they went back up, and I don't know where they went. I snuck around there, and I didn't see anything. I just came back to where I was calling from. And heard a hen. I just seen a turkey run off the hill. All hens. So obviously just pulled a rookie move. I was so focused on those two that I seen up on the hill there that I wasn't patient enough with my calling, staying in my stand. And there were those three that just popped up right in front of me, all hens, but there was two more that they were pulling up the hill. I couldn't tell what they were, but they were coming into the call. If I would have been patient and just sat there for another 20 minutes, they would have walked right out in front of me. Dang it. God, this is painful. This is painful. I keep making mistake after mistake. And we're kind of up on this ridge on this knob. It looks pretty good. So we're going to set the decoy up out here in the open. And I'm going to be back up there under that bigger tree in the center there. It's about 25 yards from there to the decoy. Last night when I got here, there was nothing gobbling anywhere, but there's just too many people here. I probably called him in for him. So today's my third morning hunt. My objective today is to get to the other side of that mountain. It's kind of a face on this side, but slopes down on the backside and it's open timber. That's where I found the turkeys a few days ago, opening day. So I'm just walking up the Forest Service road because I parked the truck about halfway between the top and the bottom. I called up there for about 2 hours in that spot. I think there were 2 toms, but I only heard about 4 or 5 gobbles, and it was weird because it was early in the evening. It was around between 4 and about 4:20, and then they just shut up, and I'm not sure, but the last time I heard it could have been moving further away, but it's hard to tell. There's so many birds and squirrels and stuff up here, it's hard to hear very far. So I'm just going to slowly work my way back out to the truck. I deployed the game cams, and this evening marks halfway through that. So, gotta stop goofing around and get this figured out. It's my last weekend of turkey season. I got tonight, just got camp all set up, got 2 full days. Just getting ready to grab my pack and head in and check the game cams and see what's going on up here since I was here about a week and a half ago. So, gonna check the game cams, and then I got a spot that I'm gonna set up if the turkeys still look like they're in the same place as they were before. If I hear some gobbling, I did a little bit of scouting, found a place that would be good for an evening set. So the first game cam had a couple turkeys on there. I should have set the date and the time. I didn't. I was just being lazy, but there was a couple that came through. A lot of deer moving through here, so that's kind of cool. But there was a nice tom on there, so there's one around here close somewhere. It's about 4:30 this morning. Just getting my pack and everything loaded up. I'm heading back to the little grassy area where I got the videos of the turkeys on the game cams. The sky's starting to lighten up a little bit, so I'm just going to get back here super early, get my decoy and stand set up, and start doing some calling and see if we can get that tom to come back through that spot. So time to get to work. So it's 5:30 right now. I just did my second call for the morning. There was a freaking turkey in a tree about 50 yards from here. I walked right past him when I came up here. Just seen him fly out of the tree and he went off to my left. Crap, I can't believe it. I just came up here to get in my stand. I apologize, you guys. I didn't get the kill shot on camera, but I got my turkey. Oh man, look at that thing. It is gorgeous. Oh, beautiful. This is awesome. That's a nice, probably 2 or 3 year old. Man, it's been a long time since I got one of these things. Probably 2-year-old. It's got pretty small spurs, but man, what a beautiful bird. Look at that. Oh, I can't believe it. I was trying to figure these birds out. I almost gave up on this spot. This is the exact bird that we seen on the game cam 6 days ago. He was there. Probably the one that flew out of the tree this morning. When I walked in here in the dark and set up the decoy this morning, I called twice, and then at 5:30 called again, and this turkey was just sitting right over here about 60 yards away in a big pine, and he must have seen me come in. I walked right by the tree coming up the hill, so he just gobbled and coasted off over that way. And so I was trying to figure out what to do tonight, and I just was coming up here and just spooked off a deer and thought, well, there goes whitetail making a bunch of noise, blowing, snorting. And I got up just where I could see, and I was paying attention, had my safety off, just looking around, and he was standing here. Shot him at about, I don't know, 15 yards maybe. But just a beautiful bird. Beautiful. I'm so happy. It's been probably, I don't know, 13, 14 years since I killed a turkey. But, oh, I'm super happy. Super happy. So, just gonna pick up my stuff and grab my decoy. And my family came with me on this trip. So, successful hunt, and get to spend some time with my family tomorrow before we go home. We've got a whole day tomorrow. We're leaving on Sunday.